All right, my beautiful friends. You see that? I want you to stare at that. I want you to let that sink in, okay? Just for a minute, and we're going to talk a little bit. So this is my post-market wrap-up on this absolutely lovely, very lovely, Tuesday, December 3rd, 2019. So stocks finished in the red across the board, although well off of the lows. The S&P 500 cut its losses in half by the end of the day, and it's not done either. What do I mean by that? Well, again, remember I told you to remember that? Okay. So the president today gave us all a big clue, a big one. The president said these words: the Dow Jones Industrial Average will be at 30K. Trust me on this one. I learned the hard way. Take the man at his word. Take the man at his word. Again, the market is his absolute claim to fame. He has got the biggest player on the earth, bar none, issuing epic sums of debt to keep this propped up, and they have an endless supply of more debt to issue to you personally, literally, on your back, on the back of the United States, which will prop up the stock market. Mark my words on this, and let's take the president at his word. Dow 30,000 is coming. Probably sooner than later. We're going to get Dow 30,000 a lot sooner than we get a China trade deal. Now let's talk about the China trade deal. It's incredible. They had the spin doctors out there today. Every single financial channel. It was just, their typical playbook. This is what they do all the time. But I'm going to tell you right here, right now, I'm going to let you in on a secret. I don't want anyone to hear this, all right? So, okay, come over here. Get it close. Here's the secret for you. The deadline, December 15th, okay, the president set that deadline that he was going to raise tariffs on China. It's not going to happen. That's secret number one. Secret number two. You ready for it? Okay. Secret number two is very straightforward. This thing is going to get recycled. You're going to hear, again, trade talks back on track, looking good, and a deal soon. So, these two things are going to also help stocks recover. This is nothing, what we saw today. Nothing. And you, again, S&P 500 recovered half its losses by the end of the day. Do you think they're going to let this market fall? You think the president is going to make this market fall? You think Mnuchin and 6 banks, the ones that actually run the Fed, are going to let this market fall? You really think that? No. I know you don't think that. And we got the clue today. The president of the United States, POTUS, Dow 30,000. Take the man at his word, or you will lose. You will lose. Period. That's it. It's his fixation. It's some type of a phenomenon with him. Again, he's pinned everything on the stock market going up. Do you think he's going to hit China with tariffs right before Christmas? December 15th? No. Why do you think this whole thing was staged the way that it was? Oh, no. You know a deal? It might be better to wait until next year or the election. Why? So he's setting the groundwork so he doesn't have to raise tariffs. He doesn't want to, and China knows it. China's pulling the strings, the puppet master here. They puppetized a sitting U.S. president before the world. They are laughing. They are laughing as our economy free falls. Yeah, absolutely. So we heard some more talk today about tariffs on a whole bunch of goods coming into the country from Europe. Tariffs are working really well. So why not just do the same thing over and over and over again. And maybe this time we'll get a different outcome. Somehow, I don't think that's going to work. No. You know, it's kind of funny. The president was told prior to his instituting tariffs to multiple nations that wouldn't help anything. And it looks like those individuals that tried to coach the president were 100% right. But, of course, we can't tell the president what's right or wrong. No. He has to learn for himself why the American people get destroyed under a free-fall economy and having to pay more for everything, including the tariffs, for which we are not taking in any money from the tariffs. You know, that narrative seems to have disappeared. Yeah, the president was told to shut up, just so you know. I'll tell you something else, which I think you know already. Prior to this Phase 1 deal that only needed to be signed, you remember that? What's the deal? Phase 1! Duh! We're just going to sign it! Yeah, okay. Prior to that, it was already decided that a Phase 1 deal was going to be conjured up and floated out. Before they even met, it was all staged. The whole thing was staged. This is why I am certain they are going to recycle the dog shit. They're going to recycle the dog shit. Oh yeah, trade talks back on. Trade talks going really well. And the deal is coming sooner than you think. Oh yeah. Stock market's going to love it. And of course, again, there will be no raising of the tariffs on the 15th, so maybe we should start calling them caveman again. Oops, I'm sorry. I know some of you just got really offended. Go ahead. Are you triggered? Good for you. I'm just trying to prove a point that if you just got triggered, well, you're one of those, the minority, thankfully, that has been programmed to react. Very sad. But you are in the minority, the gross minority. And how you can tell? Look at the thumbs up versus the thumbs down on this video. And that'll tell you where you stand. Wake up. Okay? Anyway, so they did manage to prop up crude oil. Let me see your shocked face. Yeah, they did that. Metals caught a bit. Cryptos fell under a little bit of pressure here. Now, I don't even talk about the bond market anymore, but okay, I'll do it here. Lots of bond buying today, flattening of the yield curve. You know, we are in recession. We're in recession. No one wants to talk about it because they can't. The narrative or the script that was handed out to, Bloomberg, Fox Business, CNBC, the Confederacy of Dunces, it says that our economy is booming. You know it is, because the president said the economy is booming, just like he said we had a trade deal and was coming at any moment. So he must be right on this. I'm going to tell you one more time what the president is right about. That. Dow 30,000. The man will not allow the market to fall. He's got the Federal Reserve in here buying everything, issuing in unbelievable amounts of debt, pumping this debt market. They're buying stocks as well. And so are Mnuchin 6 Wall Street banks. You think this market's going to fall? Not now. Not yet. Not with the president promising. Oh, he pretty much guaranteed Dow 30K. I don't know about you. I will be taking him at his word. Anyway, look. What else is there to say? This is where we are at, people. We know what to do. We have, you and me, have every angle of this market covered. We know what to do. It couldn't be more simple. We know they're going to inflate the debt. The president and the Fed, who are in bed together in every way you can imagine, things you probably don't even want to think about, they're going to make sure that an enormous more debt is added to the backbone of the United States of America. Our country is collapsing under the weight. But again, I guess we're making America great again. Duh! Yeah, nice catchphrase there. Ain't happening. It's pathetic what is going on here. And just to be clear, not one of these Democratic hopefuls would make it any better. Okay, I want to be equally fair here. These people, all they want to do is move debt notes from this group of people to another group of people, and they think that's going to fix the whole problem. Brain dead, brain dead. That's what we have here. And trust me, I do not believe that the situation would be any different if one of these Democratic hopefuls was sitting in the pretty White House behind the Resolute desk. Oh, no. Again, whoever sits there does not matter. Zero. If you think they do, again, you are gone, gonzo, lost, have no clue about what's running the world. It's the central banks calling the show. Their final solution is to issue more debt to the world so they can create, where they already have nation slaves, individual slaves. This is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. It's unfolding before your eyes. If you can't see it, again, you're one of those with a little cog off in your head. It's a shame. But start to get hip to it. Doesn't matter. All of this is working towards the same goal. Multiple decades, even longer than that. The final solution, the central banks will be, they already are here in the United States, with the Fed doing what they're doing, the lenders and buyers of last freaking resort. You are a slave if you transact in their currency. We all have no choice. Okay? So I don't want to hear, Greg is a trader. He's trading stocks. He's participating in this game. You're shelling out those bills, using that debt, using those credit cards. Yeah, okay. Yeah. This is how brain dead and blind some people are. They just think, oh, well, Greg trades the market. Greg and his lions here, they're making money even on days like today. And they go, they're the problem. Meanwhile, let's transact in their currency. Yeah, let's play the Ponzi. Oh, great. But it's them. They're the problem. They don't look at themselves in the mirror and see the hideousness. They're unable to do it because they're brainwashed. I'm out of here. Love you all. See you in the morning.